Hey guys, thanks for tuning into Rules for Rebels. Today is National Donut Day. Happy National Donut Day to everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Amazon merch, but I just want to touch on National Donut Day real quick. So if you guys are near a Dunkin' Donuts, or I think most donut shops are doing this, they're giving out free donuts today. National Donut Day was actually created in 1938 by the Salvation Army here in Chicago, and it was created, I guess, as a fundraiser and also kind of a day to honor or celebrate the, I don't know what a lassie is, but the lassies or lasses that served donuts to soldiers during World War I. But for anyone who's like, I'm running out of ideas for shirts, what can I put on shirts? Something that sometimes can sell well almost every day of the year is some kind of goofy day. Today is National Donut Day. You got like National Friendship Day, you got like Teachers Days, Bosses Days, Secretary Days, Pancake Day, Potchkey Day. Almost every day of the year is some kind of special day. There's different like goofy kind of calendars online that you can find, and if you're totally at a loss and looking for some shirt ideas, I doubt any of these are going to be like huge top sellers, but you can probably squeak out a few shirts, and it's probably a good place to look for ideas. I also like to do a lot of searches for like, the 100 weirdest hobbies, and you'll come up with things like mini golf or falconing or all different types of stuff, and a lot of times those can be very niche t-shirt ideas. They maybe don't sell a ton, but because they cater to a very specific audience that probably doesn't have a lot of merch out for it, you can make some sales there. But what I really wanted to talk about today is Amazon merch throttling, right? So throttling's been a big topic of discussion on the Amazon merch subreddit, Amazon merch Facebook groups, print on demand Facebook groups. The topic of throttling is a big one, and there's all types of conspiracies about, like, a lot of people say Amazon caps everybody at 13 shirt sales per day. So you can sell up to 13 shirts per day, but once you hit your 13 sales, they basically take your shirts out of search ranking, and then it's the next guy's chance to sell some shirts. And then once he sells to 13, they, not delist, but essentially take him out of search rankings for the day, and then it goes to the next guy. And I don't doubt that Amazon merch throttles, right? Like, right in their TOS, they say at times we're not going to either be able to keep up with demand, or we're not going to have the inventory of shirts, so your shirts may not be available in certain colors. We may delist them from search, we may hide them, etc. It happens, right? Like even Amazon, merch, whoever like works behind merch, they'll occasionally send out emails or reply to things on like the seller help forums, and like, throttling is happening right now. So throttling is a real thing. We don't really know what it looks like or what the rules are, but man, I see so many people like up in arms, like, oh, this is such bullshit, none of us can make money, I'm gonna give up on merch, blah blah blah. And I will say, the shirt sales have been weird for me. December and January were fantastic. February kind of started to slow down. March was kind of a horrible month. I think April I did like $857 in sales. And May, I actually wrapped up a pretty good May. I think I'm at about 812 with, 212 or 230 t-shirts sold. But what's been really weird the past couple days, or even the past week, I went from selling anywhere from like 7 to 15 shirts per day to, I bet you for 3, 4, or 5 days, I sold either 1 or 0 t-shirts per day. Now, I don't really dig into the analytics too much throughout the month, but like one thing that like is hard to avoid, and that I always tend to look at, is when you log in on your back end dashboard, you always see like, the last 7 days worth of stats. So I think you see what total sales, you see returns, you see, and you see your commission, or maybe 1 or 2 other sales stats there. But I've been used to seeing, my commission for the last 7 days between $200 and maybe $250, maybe a little bit above. And then shirt sales, like I said, anywhere from 7 to 15 per day. Some days I may only sell 4 or 5, but like sales are always multiple shirts and tend to be kind of higher. I just took the amount of shirts I sold for May and divided it by 30 days and came to, I average out around 7 shirts per day, which, to some of you guys that may be nothing. Some of you guys may sell 7 of one single design per day. Some of you guys may sell that in an hour, but I'm priced at full price, so $19.99, $19.95, whatever it is. So I'm making what, $5.13 or $5.38 or whatever it is. So 7 shirts times 5 and some change. It's $35, $37 per day for something pretty passive. So I really can't complain about that. But yeah, I was really starting to get pretty worried. Consistently for quite some time. When I look at that last 7 days, I'm seeing $200 to $250 per week, which is pretty solid. And then more recently, like, I'm seeing my shirt sales for the last 7 days being like the 20 and 30 range instead of like the 40 to 60 range. and it was just really weird that, like, you know, shirts were selling really good and then just the bottom fell out. But really, the only thing I can say is people on the Amazon merch subreddit get so hung up on this and like, oh, screw Amazon and this isn't fair and I don't even know if I should upload it. You can only control, you know, you can't control what Amazon does. You can't control Amazon search ranking. So worry about the things that you can control. What you can control is maxing out your uploads per day. What you can control is promoting your shirts. I personally don't put a lot of effort into promoting them, but whatever. What you can control is how many shirts you upload, the quality of your designs, coming up with new designs, coming up with new creative ideas, doing some SEO on your listings, maybe raising the price of shirts. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to positively affect your situation. So why focus on what Amazon's doing that you really have no control over? I guarantee you, you know, with anything, my dad used to always say, if you believe you can or believe you can't, you're probably right. But, you know, attitude is so important. And if your attitude is like, oh, this fucking sucks, that no one can make any money, this is bad. If that's your attitude, you're probably not going to be putting your full effort into what you're doing. If that's your attitude, you're probably not going to be as active in putting up designs and things like that. It almost becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that, like, you know, you get down on it, so you stop putting in as much effort, or you're negative, and then that negativity negatively affects the type of work you're putting in, which causes your sales to fall further, which causes you to further blame Amazon. And I saw somebody on one of the Amazon merch subreddits the other day had a good point. They said, you know, I think I made a point, like, everyone quit focusing on a negative, like, do what you can do, and you know, and besides that point, every time somebody says he can't sell more than 13 shirts per day, there's another guy who sold 18 or 20 or 26 that very same day. But you know, quit worrying about what you can't control, worry about what you can't control. But what this guy said was, you know, it's a lot easier to blame Amazon for why you're not making as much money as you would like. It's a lot easier to blame Amazon for your lack of success than to look inward and blame yourself. So focus on what you can do. Amazon's going to do what they're going to do. As we know, with affiliate programs and any partnership thing, and especially Amazon, who tends to be somewhat greedy, things are always going to get worse, right? Like even with Amazon FBA, they didn't used to charge long-term storage fees except in Q4 around Christmas time. Now they're charging them all the time. Amazon fees are going up. Amazon raised the base price of our t-shirts. So as with everything, as time goes on, it typically gets worse for third parties. So get in there early, make your footprint, make your money. We don't know how long merch is going to be around for. Maybe down the line, Amazon's going to raise the base price of shirts to like $16. You know, who knows what's going to happen. But right now, it's ripe for the taking. Get in there, make some money. Quit worrying about Amazon throttling, because at the end of the day, Amazon doesn't share their algorithm or any of that info with us, so we can't really know what's going on in the back end anyway. So do what you do have control over. Keep pumping out shirts. Keep coming up with creative ideas. If you are getting frustrated with Amazon, maybe try out Teespring or Redbubble. You know, I haven't had much success with those platforms. I've had a little bit of success with Etsy, but I hear a lot of people like, man, Teespring is killing it for me. And that really kind of surprises me, because I hate Teespring. But, you know, if it's working for them, more power to them. I know a lot of people are saying their Redbubble earnings are starting to surpass their Amazon merch earnings. So, you know, if you are getting frustrated with Amazon, start uploading shirts across the board. Give yourself, you know, another chance to get your designs in front of a new audience and things like that. But that's really all I got for you guys today. Shirts have been odd. Figure I'd give you a sneak peek of my earnings for this month. I think, like I said, I think shirt sales were like 832. I think I sold 232 shirts or something like that. I'll get more into the specifics. I was recently doing a little bit of a case study on what the best-selling colors are. I've talked to you guys about, I'm actually rolling out a Shopify t-shirt store. And, you know, I talk a lot about the paradox of choice, which is when you give people too many choices, they wind up buying nothing. And I know even on Amazon merch, even though they'll let you pick 5 shirt colors, they recommend you only pick 3. So, you know, basically with my Shopify store, I'm trying to figure out the best colors that designs look best on and that people buy most. And I'm trying to nail it down to maybe 3 to 5 different shirt colors to offer, as to not overwhelm people. And so I think, like, just going off Amazon merch sales, because you can look at your sales stats and see like what color shirts are selling, what size shirts are selling, men's, women's, etc. But on mine, black is like probably 90 to 95% of all shirts sold. The heathers tend to do fairly well. I used to be a big fan of the heather blue, although when they changed shirt suppliers, heather blue is really now like kind of a weird heather gray purple. Not a big fan of that, but black is by far the best. Heathers tend to do fairly well. The maroon color I do pretty good with. Green grass I sell a few of, but it's probably because I like green grass and a lot of my designs look good on it, so I really push that one out a lot. But yeah, I've been kind of trying to nail that down. If you guys want to share what your like best selling shirt colors and things are, feel free to do it in the comment section below. But yeah, just a little ramble about Amazon merch today. Hope you guys all have a happy donut day. Fridays here, weekends here. Have a good weekend, guys. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.